Hi everyone, welcome along to. Okay, myself settled. Probably should have done that before I push record. But anyway, welcome along to my very, very special New Year's Eve review of the year. But it's a fun review of the year. What does that mean? Well, you've probably seen, some of the. I don't like going with all of the miserable, boring news that's happened over 2023 because, I know some quizzes do that, but that's not, news stories of the year, you know about those. What I have done is I have trawled through websites. I have gone through all sorts of different websites to find some of the more lighter side of the news of 2023. Now, that's probably going to mean some of these things you're never going to have heard of, which is fine. That's not a problem. I have made them all of the quizzes. I've made all the questions multiple choice for you. So there are 27 questions, and this is part one. So this is going to cover January through to the end of September. Part two will be the live New Year's Eve countdown quiz, which will cover October, November, December. That makes sense. But yeah, so that's the plan. So 27 questions, and I'll give you the answers in this quiz, so don't panic. It's not like you have to watch this and New Year's Eve. I'm not that cruel. I did think about it, but I'm not that evil. So yeah, so this is a standalone on its own, 27 questions covering the lighter side of the news. So the idea with this is to entertain you a little bit and make you smile and make you laugh and realize that it's not all bad in the world. There are some bonkers things going on in the world right now, and I just wanted to bring some of those to you. So yeah, multiple choice. Grab yourselves a pen and a piece of paper, get settled in. So this isn't necessarily about scoring the highest you possibly can. And also bear in mind that I have made these questions multiple choice. So I've trawled through these websites to find these news stories, and then I have then had to add in my own options. So the right answer is one of them, and then the other two options are stupid, crazy. On some of the questions, are very stupid, crazy things that I have come up with. So get yourself settled in. The way it'll work, I'll go straight through 27 questions. I'll then give you the same with the Christmas Day quiz, the children's quizzes, all the specialist quizzes before. I'll give you the opportunity and tell you when to pause the video before I come back in and give you the answers. Nice and simple, straightforward. That is how we're going to do it. So let me get that one there, and let's push the button. So here we go. Welcome to my 2023 fun review of the year quiz. This is part one. Some of these are outlandishly crazy. We'll start then with this. So as of January in the United Kingdom, drivers could be... Oh, that's a good start, isn't it? Drivers could be fined. There should be an E in there, shouldn't there? There you go. You'd think I'd sort of like stop this recording and start again, wouldn't you? But it wouldn't be a quiz of mine otherwise. So, as of January in the UK, drivers could be fined for doing what? Is it opening the door with the wrong hand, having the radio on mute, or allowing passengers to sleep while driving? And this is in the highway code as well. I think it's £1,000 fine for not doing one of these. So as of January in the UK, drivers could be fined for doing what? Was it opening the door with the wrong hand, having the radio on mute, or allowing passengers to sleep while driving? Again, if these go, because these will go a bit quicker than the usual like live quizzes. So if they do go a bit quicker, you can pause it, take your time. You can pause it now if you want, and then like carry on. Number two, police in British Columbia were chasing what? With a tiny backpack containing 30 grams of crystal meth. Was it a pigeon, a squirrel, or a remote control car? So police in British Columbia were chasing what with a tiny backpack containing 30 grams of crystal meth? Was it a pigeon, a squirrel, or a remote control car? I mean, any of those options just makes it hilarious in itself, but the actual answer is... and the story behind it as well. And do go and check these stories out, by the way. If any of these do amuse you and you want to read more into them, do go and Google what actually happened. Some of them are a bit mad. Number three, a woman was charged with arson after she admitted to setting fire to it. For what reason? That's what I'm missing. Admitting to set fire to it. It was a house, by the way. She set fire to a house. So a woman was charged with arson after she admitted setting fire to the house. For what reason? Was it because of ghosts? Was it because of a bad smell? Or was it because she didn't like the decor? So a woman was charged with arson after she admitting setting fire to a house. For what reason? Was it ghosts, a bad smell, or she didn't like the decor? Quite a few of these come from the USA, by the way. Hello to all of our friends in the USA. I am not trying to make you look mad, but you're a massive country and there's a lot of crazy stuff goes on over there. Just so you know. Number 4, a man pleaded guilty. This is from the UK. A man pleaded guilty to theft and criminal damage after towing away a trailer containing 200,000 what? Was it Cadbury's cream eggs, out of date beer, or adult toys? So a man pleaded guilty to theft and criminal damage after towing away a trailer containing 200,000 what? Was it Cadbury's cream eggs, out of date beer, or adult toys? Number 5, a Japanese fashion company developed and released a wearable what? Is it shopping bag, bean bag, or rubbish bag? I've not watched any of these like 2023 review of the year quizzes. Like I've not watched Big Fat Quiz of the Year or anything like that yet, just because I didn't want to be influenced by anything they've done. So yeah, a Japanese fashion company developed and released a wearable what? Was it a shopping bag, a bean bag, or a rubbish bag? So if any of these questions have come up in any of those kind of review of the year quizzes, by the way, yeah, it's because we've all quizmasters all have the same brain. We all had the same thoughts. Number 6, a mattress review website offered 5 lucky people $1,000 to eat what before bedtime? Chocolate, cheese, or bread? They wanted a review of the website, and a mattress review website offered 5 lucky people $1,000 to eat what before bedtime? Was it chocolate, cheese, or bread? Number 7, in April 2022, a man had his Tesco club card tattooed onto him. By March 2023, how much had he saved on it? Was it £18, £108, or £1,008? So in April 2022, a man had his Tesco club card tattooed onto him. By March 2023, how much had he saved? 18, 108, or £1,008? Number 8, in Salt Lake City, a man was so desperate to be sent to prison, he robbed a bank for how much? Was it $1? Was it $10,000? Or was it $1 million? So in Salt Lake City, a man was so desperate to be sent to prison, he robbed a bank for how much? Was it $1? Was it $10,000? Or was it $1 million? Number 9, in Northern Ireland, a car was spotted for no insurance. It was also sporting a bumper sticker that ironically said, "My brakes are good. Is your reactions, distance, or insurance?" So I've probably given away the answer by giggling. But in Northern Ireland, a car was spotted with no insurance, sporting a bumper sticker that ironically said, "My brakes are good. Is your reactions, distance, or insurance?" Number 10, drivers in Oregon ground to a halt when they saw what falling from the sky? Was it $100 bills? Was it Oreo cookies? Or was it beer tasting rain? So drivers in Oregon ground to a halt when they saw what falling from the sky? Was it $100 bills, Oreo cookies, or beer tasting rain? Number 11, in Belgium, a group of people let's start again. In Belgium, a group of people were attacked whilst playing which game? Was it Cluedo, Pictionary, or Monopoly? So in Belgium, a group of people were attacked whilst playing which game? Was it Cluedo, Pictionary, or Monopoly? Number 12, Maryland residents cheered when a new bridge they had been desperate for turned out to be short of clearance by what distance? Is it half an inch, 1 inch, or 1.5 inches? To give you a bit more context on this, so Maryland residents, they've been waiting for this bridge to connect them to a different place, and it was going over, I think it was going over a railway line or a highway, and it had to have a certain level of clearance for the bridge to be usable, and it was short. So how short was the clearance? So yeah, there turned out to be short of clearance by what distance? Was it half an inch, 1 inch, or 1.5 inches? Number 13. Oh. Excuse me. Hot dog van company has finally changed its name on 23 of its vans to Frankmobile. What was it previously called? Was it Willymobile? Was it Wienermobile? Or was it Whack-a-mobile? I am such a child at times. A hot dog van company has finally changed its name on 23 of its vans to Frankmobile. What was it previously called? Willymobile, Wienermobile, or Whack-a-mobile? The reason it changed it to Frankmobile, just again for a bit more context, is because they now use Frankfurter hot dogs. Such a child. Number 14. A student attempted to get out of a test by declaring what dog ate his test paper? I'll start again. A student attempted to get out of a test by declaring what? A dog ate his test paper, a bomb threat, or an alien invasion? So a student attempted to get out of a test by declaring what? A dog ate his test paper, a bomb threat, or an alien invasion? Number 15, a town in Iowa found itself garnering social media attention after its new water tower, instead of showing the town name of Stewart, had what instead? Was it Start? Was it Tarts? Or was it True Art? So a town in Iowa found itself garnering social media attention after its new water tower, instead of showing the town name Stewart, had what instead? Was it Start, Tarts, or True Art? True Art. It's another one of these. You did not listen to the brief. Number 16. A man in Oregon was surprised to capture an orange what that is listed as a 1 in 30 million chance. Is it goldfish, lobster, or salmon? So a man in Oregon was surprised to capture an orange what that is listed as a 1 in 30 million chance. Was it goldfish, lobster, or salmon? 2023 has been a really bonkers year, I'll be honest. Number 17, owing to the pandemic in Japan, people have been stating they have lost their ability to do what? Is it frown, cry, or smile? Again, a little bit of context for this, because the questions would have been really wordy if I added them on screen, such as why you're thinking. This is to do with mask wearing, and there is now a specific job role as a coach to now help people do this specific thing. So owing to pandemic in Japan, people have been stating they have lost their ability to do what? Is it frown, cry, or smile? Number 18, a major crash in Connecticut was caused by a trailer leaking what? Was it oil, water, or human waste? So a major crash in Connecticut was caused by a trailer leaking what? Was it oil, water, or human waste? Number 19, charges were filed against an Alabama resident. I think that's the right way to say it. A resident of Alabama, including first-degree robbery. How old was the resident? Were they 8, 48, or 88? So charges were filed against an Alabama resident, including first-degree robbery. How old was the resident? 8, 48, or 88? Again, for clarification for people in the UK, first-degree robbery is basically armed robbery. Not that I'll probably help you make a decision on to how old they were. Number 20, to make the queue more bearable waiting for tickets at Wimbledon, a group of friends brought what with them? Was it a wooden summer house, a kitchen with a generator, or a sofa? I remember this story at the time, and it's just, yeah. To make the queue more bearable waiting for tickets at Wimbledon, a group of friends brought what with them? Was it a wooden summer house, a kitchen with a generator, or a sofa? By the way, the two wrong answers on this, if you're watching this and you're going to Wimbledon next year and you are thinking we need to do something, I'm not being held responsible for any of the ideas, by the way. 21. Due to the heat, US residents were waking up to see what had surprisingly exploded. Is it watermelons, water pipes, or water beds? So due to the heat, US residents were waking up to see what had surprisingly exploded. Watermelons, water pipes, or water beds? '22. A football match was disrupted when what made its way onto the pitch? Was it a dog, a lost parachuter, or a hearse? So a football match was disrupted when what made its way onto the pitch? Was it a dog, a lost parachuter, or a hearse? 23. Police were in a race against time to find a car throwing what out of the window? Was it money, frozen bananas, or ammunition for guns? So police were in a race against time to find a car throwing what out of the window? Was it money, frozen bananas, or ammo for guns? 24. North Wales police advised residents to watch out for what being left by potential criminals in their front gardens? Is it gnomes? Was it bags of rubbish? Or was it leaks? Again, just for context, because it would have been really wordy. The police were warning people to look out for said item because criminals were leaving them to see if people were paying attention or if houses were abandoned. So North Wales police advised residents to watch out for what being left by potential criminals in their front gardens. Was it gnomes, bags of rubbish, or leaks? 25. A woman from Tennessee is going to be in the Guinness Book of Records after not having her hair cut for how many years? 14, 24, or 34? So a woman from Tennessee is going to be in the Guinness Book of Records after not having her hair cut for how many years? 14, 24, or 34 years? 2 to go, 26. A driver was issued a traffic offence report on the M62 after travelling with what on their shoulder? Was it a chip, a parrot, or a mobile phone? So a driver was issued a traffic offence report on the M62 after travelling with what on their shoulder? Was it a chip, a parrot, or a mobile phone? And your final one, number 27, Northern Rail were forced to make a specific appeal, reminding people not to use their Wi-Fi to watch what on trains? Is it TikTok videos, adult entertainment, or BBC TV shows? So Northern Rail were forced to make a specific appeal, reminding people not to use their Wi-Fi to watch what on trains? Is it TikTok videos, adult entertainment, or BBC TV shows? So there we go, 27 questions there, looking on the lighter side of the news from January through to the end of September. So yeah, if you need more time, if you want to have a look back, this isn't like a premiere video or anything. It just appears for you to watch. So all you need to do is, pause, rewind, go back, have a look, and then what you need to do is in a second come back to this point, which I'm going to tell you, and then I'll give you the answers. So yeah, if you need that more time, if you need to rewind, if you want to go back, if you want to have a think about it, if you want to leave it till tomorrow and come back when the answers, whatever you want to do, it's you're watching the video. So all you need to do is pause the video right about now. And there you go. Welcome back. So, it could have been 30 seconds. You could have let it run. It could have been, last Friday. Who knows? But let's give you the answers then to my sort of fun review of the year, looking at the lighter side of the news in certain places of 2023. So let's see how you did with these 27 questions. Kicked it off then with this number one. As of January in the UK, drivers could be fined for doing what? It is opening the door with the wrong hand. So yeah, as of January 2023, the highway code instructed you to use the opposite hand to the door that you're getting out of. So if you're the driver, what they were asking you to do was open the door with the left hand so that you had to turn so you could see what was coming. If you opened your door with the hand nearest to the door and you were to say knock someone off their bicycle, you could then be fined £1,000. So if you're a driver and you didn't know that, you do now. Number two, police in British Columbia were chasing what with a tiny backpack containing 30 grams of crystal meth? It was a pigeon, more specifically, a carrier pigeon, homing pigeon. So they've got a bit of a problem in British Columbia where homing pigeons are being used to do all kinds of deliveries. And this one had a tiny backpack on it. Number three, a woman was charged with arson after she admitted set fire to a house. For what reason? It was because of ghosts. She told police that the devil had told her that she had to burn the house down to get rid of the ghosts. Oops. Hello. There we go. Number four, a man pleaded guilty to theft and criminal damage after towing away a trailer containing 200,000 what? It was Cadbury's cream eggs. I remember this story at the time. It was massive uproar that people thought they weren't going to get their Cadbury's cream eggs for Easter. So yeah. Number five, a Japanese fashion company developed and released a wearable what? It is Beanbag. Now, after writing this question, I've left this on the note for me to go and actually have a look at these because I think this is genius. We've got everything else. We've got those Oodie things, to keep you warm and, heated blankets and what have you. But wearable beanbag, wear it and then wherever you are, you've got somewhere comfortable to sit. It's genius. So I need to have a look at these. Number six, a mattress review website offered 5 lucky people $1,000 even to eat what before bedtime? It was cheese. The idea behind it being, would their mattress give them a comfortable night's sleep even though they ate cheese, and cheese is said to give you nightmares. Number seven, in April 2022, a man had his Tesco club card tattooed onto him. By March 2023, how much had he saved on it? £18. I don't know whether that's down to how Tesco club card works or whether that's down to, the gentleman and how much he'd spent or what have you. But yeah, so far he's saved £18. Number eight, in Salt Lake City, a man was so desperate to be sent to prison, he robbed a bank for how much? $1. So basically, he walked into the bank, he said to the teller, showed a gun, said, I'm robbing the bank, I only want $1. Took that $1 and then sat in the middle of the bank waiting for the police to arrive. No one was injured, no one was hurt, but he wanted to go to prison that much, that's what he did. Number nine, in Northern Ireland, a car was spotted for no insurance, sporting a bumper sticker that ironically said, my brakes are good, is your insurance? Oh, the irony. Number 10, drivers in Oregon called to a halt, ground to a halt when they saw what falling from the sky? It was $100 bills. So it was part of the freeway and a guy was driving along and just throwing $100 bills out of the window. So everybody ground to a halt to pick up as many of them as they could. Number 11, in Belgium, a group of people were attacked whilst playing which game? It was Monopoly. Number 12, Maryland residents cheered when a new bridge they had been desperate for turned out to be short of clearance by what distance? So they cheered because they thought it was going to open, and then they did the test, and it was 1.5 inches short of clearance. Someone's getting fired for that. Number 13, a hot dog van company has finally changed its name on 23 of its vans to Frankmobile. What was it previously called? It was previously called Wienermobile because that is the type of hot dog that they used. They then changed the recipe, went to the Frankfurters, so they renamed them the Frankmobiles. Apparently these are really famous in the US. So. Number 14, a student attempted to get out of a test by declaring what? It was an alien invasion. They had to do the police had to do a robust investigation to prove that there wasn't an alien invasion incoming. Number 15, a town in Iowa found itself garnering social media attention after its new water tower. Instead of showing the town name Stewart, had what instead? It was Start. So yeah, the company that was doing the design missed the U. 16, a man in Oregon was surprised to capture an orange what listed as a 1 in 30 million chance. It's lobster. So yeah, apparently an orange lobster is rarer than a blue lobster. According to this article, yeah, blue lobster's very rare, orange lobster even rare, which I'm quite surprised by because surely, I mean, blue is as far removed as you can be from lobster, which is red. Orange is just a shade of it, but yeah. There you go. 17, owing to the pandemic in Japan, people have been stating they have lost their ability to do what? And it is smile. And it's down to the muscles, so they're now hiring smile coaches to help them smile again. 18, a major crash in Connecticut was caused by a trailer leaking what? It was human waste. Yeah, apparently the driver went for quite some distance before being told that he was leaking. Number 19, charges were filed against an Alabama resident, including first-degree robbery. How old was the resident? 8 years old. So an 8-year-old in Alabama went and robbed somewhere with a gun. 20, to make the queue more bearable, waiting for tickets at Wimbledon, a group of friends brought what with them? It was a sofa, and they arranged, so basically they brought the sofa along with them, and then arranged for friends of theirs to then take the sofa back and get it into their living room. The beauty of this, not only did the sofa company that saw that the sofa that they used pay for their tickets, because of the great promo that obviously that company had got, I just love the planning of it. We get the sofa there, and then we've got friends. Once we know we're going in, we'll get friends to take it away. If you're now looking at this and you're going to Wimbledon and think, oh, maybe we'll take a wooden summer house or a kitchen with a generator, I did not give you the idea. I am not being held responsible for any accidents, just to make you aware. 21, due to the heat, US residents were waking up to see what had surprisingly exploded. It was watermelons. So yeah, due to the heat, they were buying watermelons from the store, coming home, and then the following morning finding that there was watermelon all over their houses. 22, a football match was disrupted when what made its way onto the pitch? It was a hearse. It was part of a protest. So 2 cars drove onto the pitch. They drove the hearse into the middle. I don't know what they were protesting, but they drove the hearse into the middle of the pitch, all jumped into the other car and drove off. 23, police were in a race against time to find a car throwing what out of the window? It was frozen bananas. I mean, yeah, they were basically just driving along throwing frozen bananas at windows. Crazy world. 24, North Wales police advised residents to watch out for what are being left by potential criminals in their front gardens. It was gnomes, and to be more specific, Christmas gnomes. So apparently what these potential criminals were doing were leaving them there, and then they were checking to see if residents moved them or, you know, removed them or, you know, threw them away or what have you. And it was a way of being able to tell if the houses weren't being, you know, people weren't paying attention. So police cottoned onto it and stopped it. 25, a woman from Tennessee is going to be in the Guinness Book of Records after not having her hair cut for how many years? 34 years. She had thankfully washed it in those 34 years, I'm told. And 26, a driver was issued a traffic offence report on the M62 after travelling with what on their shoulder? It was a parrot. Yeah, so police pulled him over and said, you really need to have that parrot more secure. And finally, 27, Northern Rail were forced to make a specific appeal reminding people not to use their Wi-Fi to watch what on trains? It's adult entertainment. apparently this is quite a problem on Northern Rail. So, I mean, I didn't even know their Wi-Fi worked, I'll be honest. But yes, apparently that's quite a problem. People watching that, and not only apparently watching that, but also not watching it with headphones. Right, that is all of your questions for part one. And all of your answers for part one of this quiz. So let me know how you got on. There'll be a post that obviously declares the quiz out. So let me know how you got on with this. Part two, if you're watching this on New Year's Eve, part two is available, well, will be out at 11:30 on New Year's Eve night. And we'll take you through the final, I think it's 11, final 11 questions. We'll take you through those and then into a New Year's Eve countdown as well. So that is yeah. I really should have recorded this better and sort of when my voice was working. But that is all of your questions. That is all of my fun look at New Year 2023. A bit of a review. Hopefully there you've learned something new or found something amusing in those questions. I will see you all soon. That is it from me. As always from me, take care and stay safe.